Hello, friends, and welcome back to 5 Agendas as we do a video for the special issue number 4 for this year, titled Judgment Day, Terminator, Matrix Sequels, Satire, Parody, or Predictive Programming. So this is going to be very interesting, and we hope that you will take the time to look more in depth at the links that will be shared. The copy of this thought paper will be in the description box below, and you can just click on that and open it up, and then click on the links within the thought paper itself. So here we go. A generation has passed since the time of the 1984, when the movie Terminator and its subsequent sequels are termed sci-fi movies. But are they something otherwise? A generation has passed where millions of people have been sublimely entertained. Yet at the same time, there is a massive theological, apocalyptical parody being portrayed to the viewer. Some have already shared their concerns here and here. And so here's the links. For the first one, Jesus and the Terminator. There's a little article there. There's the second one here, the biblical Terminator. Okay. Discussing this. Yet to this time, never compared with the Bible and the everlasting gospel. To all you readers out there, you might say this, and our viewers, oh, this is just a coincidence, an overreaction, or even conclude this is a fearsome, obnoxious theological folly. But with what is about to be discussed, could there really be an underlying message in the Terminator movie, which was registered subliminally at the 1 minute, 44-second mark in the following episode? So this is where you pause at precisely 1.44, which I've already done. So here we go here. Pause at exactly 1.44. Here's a phone book, okay, that the Terminator opened up, and he's looking through this phone book. Now let me see if I can magnify this. If you look very closely here, you see right here, Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Southern California. Here you have the street number and Chevy Chase Drive, and then the phone number, okay? So have a look at that. Notice the camera pans to the telephone directory, and precisely at the center is the name of a church, the Conference at Chevy Chase Boulevard. But why? When does a coincidence of an apocalyptical theme become a mathematical impossibility? These are details that cannot be deferred for later, tossed out as rubbish. Okay, because here's why. The theme of the movie is Judgment Day. And the fact is that Judgment Day is a biblical concept. And that biblical concept, according to the occultists and all of the transhumanists elements out there, they refer to this time frame as the era of unity consciousness. Occult practitioners know only too well what the movie spectacle conveys in the cosmic occult world of their consciousness. And these movies have had enormous popularity, seen by millions, grossing billions of dollars, applauded even today as the gold standard of sci-fi movies. However, this discussion explains why sleeping virgins are not aware of the implications of the movies on the unsuspecting Christian believing public. For there is coming a time when humanity will stop believing in a personal God and worship the beast, and supposedly accept their so-called inner godhood based on universe religion, or the belief that the universe is God, and that we all descend or come forth from this so-called singularity, or as some would call it, the one God, or the one, or the one utterance as being Om. Okay? So this is where you go and, yeah, the truth about Matrix, Sophia Stewart. So have a look at that, okay? So here's this about Sophia Stewart. And, you know, even if by flipping through it, you can pause this video at any time and just read it right off the screen without having to do anything else as well. Okay, so Sophia, a buzzword for wisdom, and also notice the matter of oneness, which equals the law of one, and she was the original source for the concepts of the Terminator and the Matrix. Her mindset is she mama. There is one God. It's the entire issue of the Deuteronomy 4, 6 to 8, at the time of the mark and the image of the beast in Revelation 13, as discussed previously. Fact is that the true adherents of the Christian faith will not be allowed to live when the new order of sentience takes control of human senses. All humans will be duped into believing that machines have acquired universal consciousness, when in fact, demonic possession, it is in fact demonic possession of a machine. Have you ever heard of the expression or lobe, L-O-A-B, or ghost in the machine? Click on that, which takes you to let's see, gotta be able to. This is the article about the singularity. Okay. And it talks about these humanoid robot. Okay. Here's Lobe, a journey inside our unimaginable future. So meet Lobe. Okay. So here's this created entirely by artificial intelligence. Okay. And here you have this article that gives you all this. Okay. So here's Lobe. Here's some more images. So have a look, okay, at some of this. And here's some things down here. Okay, so it gets quite lengthy. All right, that's lobe. So you have to look more into that for context. This appears to have been coined by experiences with machines that at times don't appear to be under human control, or in a subtle way appear to have a mind of their own. This might be for seconds or minutes or hours. There are people who have experienced the phenomena without knowing or understanding what it might entail for the near future. Notice that the movie speaks about sentience of machines at some future date. These were in the sequel, Rise of the Machines. Okay, so here's this Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Okay, that talks about that. Back to the movie link. Notice at what point you had to stop in the link and that it's 1 minute 44 seconds, not 1 minute 45 seconds. Okay, this is a subliminal message. Also, what else did you see? The answer is the conference located at Chevy Chase Boulevard. Excuse me. Meaning that in the judgment day, or hour of its judgment, which equals Luke 21:24, 1980, it, conference, was spewed out. It's 4 years later, the movie came out as a metaphor. Of all churches that are in existence, the term Judgment Day means the Day of Atonement. What is the metaphor saying? The church failed and is a joke to the world since Chevy Chase is a comedian. The key which determines that this is real is the location time, 1 minute 44, which is an identification metaphor for the 144,000. The 144,000 church was to be the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but it failed, and the true and faithful witness spews Laodicea. See Revelation 3:16. It happened. Also keeping in mind that Terminator is also a reference to the destroyer, whose name is Apollyon, which equals the beast from the bottomless pit from Revelation 9. Go read it. Also, the mother and the son, John Connor, and strangely, whose initials equals JC, Jesus Christ, appear to be a constant allusion to Revelation 12. The woman that is chased by the dragon, whose son was snatched by God and ascended to heaven. At the end time of God's secret ones, or manifest sons of God, will persecuted by a Germanic individual named Asher, which equals the first beast of Revelation 13. Notice Psalms 82, verse 3. Okay? They take crafty counsel against thy people, and consult together against thy hidden ones. There's your 144,000. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. Against thee do they make a covenant. The tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites, Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, Philistia with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assyria also is joined with them. Okay? Notice who is joined with the Islam alliance. God states Asher, which equals Assyria, and modern day Asher is Germany. Revelation 13 equals the Terminator or the eighth king. Think about that. Now consider this. The main actor of the Terminator series endorses a philosophical reasoning concerning the sixth king of Revelation 17. And here's this link, which takes you to Arnold Schwarzenegger admits he once expressed admiration for Adolf Hitler after publicly denying it for years. Okay, and then you have a look at this article. Interesting. Okay. Transhumanist aspect of the image highlighted. Breath. The reader is asked, what animates the image of the beast? God states it is breath. You will see an example in Ezekiel 37, 4-5, which says, just having trouble trying to get away from this thing. Here we go. Okay. Again he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. Okay? There's where we just read it. Concerning the beast, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by reason of the signs which it was given him to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, who hath the stroke of the sword and lived. And it was given unto him to give breath to it, even to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as should not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And from Daniel 8, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and do his pleasure, and he shall destroy the mighty ones and the holy people. When did the judgment hour or judgment day begin? Remember Daniel 8:14? And he said unto me, Unto 2,300 evenings and mornings, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. To the Jewish mind, the Day of Atonement was Judgment Day. It was celebrated every year as a metaphor for the judgment hour at the end of the age, which is located above in Daniel 8:14, as well as its fulfillment in the New Testament, book of Revelation 14, 6-7, which says, "And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the eternal good tidings, the everlasting gospel, to proclaim unto them that dwell on the earth, and unto every nation and tribe and tongue and people. And he saith with a great voice, Fear God, and give him glory, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and the earth and the sea and the fountains of waters." And takes the believer from its starting point of 1844, Daniel 8:14, up to the time of the downfall of the true church, which was with the fulfillment of Jesus' own prophecy in Luke 21:24, in its two prophetic phases, the first being times of the nations, fulfilled in 1980, and two, the blossoming of the fig tree. But that is not all. For finally, the prophecy then takes us deep into the time of the third woe. See Revelation 11. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And just prior to this, the transhumance era is ushered in, when the image of the beast becomes sentient. Its life was breathed into it and will promulgate a death decree based on its acquired sentience, which will be based on demonic agencies posing as universal consciousness in the form of the law of one. Doubt this? Reread Revelation 16:13-16, which says, "And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame." And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, or Har Moed, or Mount of the Congregation. Okay? This, the image of the beast, will take place immediately after the ending of the second woe. Revelation 11. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Which marks the termination point of the beast's 3.5-year reign. And what few perceive is the 1 month extending this period So from the end of the 1260, the 3.5-year reign, to the 1290 literal days, 1 month extending this period, or during the course of this month, the rise of the second beast, and we reach the time frame of the 1290 days, when the following will take place at the close of Christ's intercession as great high priest, which is the daily continual. This is clearly stated in Daniel 12:11. And from the time that the continual burnt offering shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Literally, the door is shut. Finally, adamant readers who insist the first beast of Revelation 13 equals the scarlet beast of Revelation 17, that harks back to the original findings of William Miller of the 1833 era, where they took the 538-1798 as the answer for the 1260 years. Even worse is the plain grammar of Revelation 13:5 that says the deadly wound occurs first, then the 1260 days ensues, not the other way around. Just as God said, Miller reversed this, but now it's corrected. To this time, no one can provide cogent replies about the error of the deadly wound, let alone to the following questions. Please read these through carefully. Why is the woman not riding the first beast of Revelation 13, since she is destroyed, as said in 17:16? Pause and reread that question. It is so important. Number 2, why is the beast of Revelation 13 not attired in scarlet, but is depicted as a leopard with a mouth, a lion mouth? And the third, why are the 10 horns who destroyed the scarlet hag in 1 hour with the beast, anyway, are now crowned in unison with the first beast of Revelation 13? The woman is finished, as is her great city. And 4, why does Jesus confirm an apotelismatic application or second fulfillment of Daniel 12:11 when he speaks in Matthew 24:15? Jesus did say, "Whoso readeth, let him understand." So what do you make of the Terminator movies and its apocalyptic applications? A mere coincidence, or a sublime masterpiece of predictive programming by the enemy of righteousness? It's not just a coincidence. I hope this helps. May God bless. You may have to reread through this and rewatch this. Have a look at the links. There's going to be more that will be explained going forward. Until next time, God bless.